ever since he took a hiatus from group activities, it seems as if WayV's Lucas vanished into thin air. He hasn't updated the fans on his whereabouts, and the company hasn't been very helpful about this either. So where is Lucas? In August of 2021, a scandal shook both South Korea and China. WayV's Lucas was accused by 4 alleged ex-girlfriends of gaslighting them, using their money, and cheating on them. There were also speculations that he had harmed them, though none of the original statements had mentioned it. Fans were understandably shocked as the accusations kept piling up, so they wanted a clear answer from SM Entertainment. Had he really done what he was being accused of? If it was all lies, were they going to sue the accusers? What was going to happen to Lucas? But instead of providing answers or doing a proper investigation on this, SM Entertainment made a statement apologizing. Lucas released a very vague apology, and then SM forced him into hiatus with no clear answers on the situation. His name was cleared by fans who did the job the company should have done, but to this day, Lucas remains in hiding. So knowing all this, is there a chance he'll get back? And most of all, where is he now? The first update we got on Lucas, even if it was an indirect one, was at the end of October 2021. After the scandal broke out, the luxury brands he had collaborated with, like Gucci and Burberry, went on to remove all posts related to Lucas. This is normal for them to do, since whenever a celebrity gets involved in a scandal, brands that they've endorsed try to distance themselves from them. But then on October 31st, it looked like some brands changed their minds. Some went as far as to express that they had no plans whatsoever to cut the partnership with Lucas. One of them was the luxury beauty products brand Guerlain. They were silent when the whole mess was going on, but a Chinese fan messaged their official Taobao site so they can get clarity on their stance. They answered saying that they welcome him into the Guerlain Paris' family as a brand ambassador, and they value the collaboration with him very much. In October of last year, Lucas's Weibo account suddenly uploaded a new post, surprising fans. No, it wasn't technically an update on him, but it was still exciting to see a notification with his name on it. But as it was a post that was made to provide updates on WayV's activities, it was probably just a staff member who mistakenly used his account instead of WayV's. The fact that this was just a mishap was also proved when the post was deleted shortly after. Then on February 9th of 2022, fans finally got an actual update from him. He posted for the first time on Instagram since his handwritten apology, though it wasn't an update on his well-being nor a picture of himself. It was a black and white picture of what seems to be a sunset, and the picture was posted without a caption. At the time, everyone was hopeful that this was a sign that Lucas would slowly be coming back to Instagram. I mean, it's not unheard of that artists post after big scandals in order to test the waters and see how well their comeback is received by the public. The comments on online forums were not positive, to say the least. Netizens were writing things like, "He didn't do anything all this time during the controversy and post randomly like that. Does he think that he can crawl back slyly like that?" And "Preparing to crawl back, go back." While most netizens were appalled that he was posting again, considering that the picture now has 4 million likes, it's safe to say that the people who were excited for his comeback are far bigger in number than the ones who are hating on him. But there might be another reason behind his sudden post. Most even thought that this was all a tactic from SM. At the same time as his comeback, Ningning was being heavily criticized for supporting the Chinese athletes during the Olympics. Netizens theorized that SM made Lucas post on Instagram to divert the attention from Ningning's situation. A fan commented, "I think he's trying to divert the attention to himself because Ningning was being criticized for supporting China in the Winter Olympics." Another fan tweeted, "Is it just me, or did SM make Lucas update his Insta to take the heat away from Ningning?" Nevertheless, I'm happy to finally get an update from Lucas, but really sad/mad about the whole Ningning thing. Let my girl breathe. This is always a possibility since he didn't use a caption for his pic to update fans, as celebrities usually do when they try to come back to social media after big scandals. It's also not new for companies to use different tactics to divert attention from an ongoing issue, but if they really made Lucas come back and receive all those xenophobic comments telling him to go back to China without him being ready, then this is really evil on SM's part. The most worrying update came only 2 months after, and things didn't look too good for him. On April 8th, a netizen made a post on Pannate titled, "They said that Lucas was living like a defeated person at the moment." They updated everyone on Lucas's condition after the scandal and not being a part of NCT's activities for nearly a year. The netizen wrote, "The Chinese Running Man's panelists mentioned Lucas's situation on Weibo and said that he's just smoking the whole day, doesn't shave, and lives like a defeated person. Well, he's an international disgrace, so..." Which was a very concerning update, but netizens didn't seem too sympathetic towards him, even knowing that he was miserable and being punished for something he didn't do. A netizen commented, "He was making a living off his face, but his face is of no use anymore. This is karma." Another didn't even believe the claims in the first place, saying, "I don't think so. He must be dating girls well even now." I can't believe that even a year after all the accusations were proven wrong, people still treat Lucas like he's the evil one. Though the updates on Lucas were limited and could count as crumbs more than updates, the other WayV members never failed to let us know that WayV is still 7, and even though Lucas wasn't currently promoting with them, he was still a member and that they still cared about him. Yang thanked all the other 6 members for supporting him and being in his life in a bubble message back in January. It happened again on May 11th when Yang and Hendery did a live for the fans where they dropped spoilers and hints for their next project, which most believe to be a comeback. At one point, they started joking about buying new cars for themselves, and these were some expensive cars. But cars like Bentleys, Rolls-Royce, or even Lamborghinis all have limited space, which wouldn't fit all the members. Yang acknowledged this, saying that they would need multiple cars and multiple managers. More specifically, he said, "Then let's say the 7 of us, we will need 7 managers for that." Some thought that this could just be a tongue slip since Yang is used to mentioning all 7 of them. Others pointed out that if Lucas had really been kicked out of NCT, then Yang would just avoid mentioning the number of members in the first place. For example, remember when Jessica left Girls' Generation and SM and the other 8 members avoided mentioning her and saying the number 9? If Lucas really left NCT, do you think SM Entertainment would just let them indicate that he was still a part of the group? On May 20th, Kun also confirmed that all 7 members had a video call, maybe hinting that Lucas will be a part of the promotions on WayV's next comeback. Either they're trying to tell us something, or again, SM is testing how the public is reacting to the other members mentioning Lucas, and then they'll make the decision on whether to bring him back or not. A Twitter user mentioned, "It felt like SM is telling them to say that there are 7 to test out people's reactions. Like, they would talk about the members doing something, then they pause and rephrase their statement to the 7 members doing something." They went on, "It just sounded so out of place when Kun mentioned it during his live. It sounded more obligatory rather than full-on support for Lucas. Also, it doesn't help that SM has been pretty vague and unresponsive recently about the situation." The latest update on Lucas came on May 31st. A netizen who was present at Green Academy, a driver's license school, posted a picture of Lucas's autograph. The original poster said that a few members of NCT had been present at the academy the previous week in order to get their driver's license and then signed on the celebrity wall. The last NCT member who signed on the wall was Lucas, whose signature said NCT Lucas. But again, not even this was received well by netizens. Fans were happy, of course, but netizens didn't seem to be happy about the possibility of him joining WayV's lineup again. A comment was wondering about how he's still getting chances to be promoted in Korea, writing, "What the? He's still in Korea? I bet they're making him come back soon." Another expressed shock at the fact that he hasn't even been kicked out yet, saying, "Huh? Lucas is still in NCT? They're not kicking him out?" But as of June 2022, there are no signs of him coming back. Let's hope that SM puts out a statement as soon as possible though. While it's certain that he's still a part of NCT and WayV, it's very irresponsible and unprofessional of them to not put out a statement on this. It's almost been a year since the scandal, and we still don't have a certain answer on what's going to happen to him or whether we'll see him on stage with the other members. SM needs to do something about this as soon as possible. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye!